And welcome to the Factor Uncensored, this special edition, Funny Azz Friday. And we have some great topics, great comedians, and stand-up coming your way. We're at QUAD HTX on Alameda here in the 3rd Ward.
The Isaiah Factor Uncensored starts right now.
And our comedians are here tonight. Of course, we have with us Shawn, Hannah, and Corlis. Corlis, we always see you. What are you, a regular now?
I am. I like to think I am.
So we got a great question for you guys. Why does it seem like our parents get parenting so damn wrong, but they become experts when they become the grandparents? Corlis, let's begin with you.
I'm not going to lie to you. I haven't experienced that. My mom is a grandparent now, and she's still as bossy as ever. We can't tell her anything. I'm blaming 40 years of nursing. That's where I'm at with it. No,
Are you willing to say she still sucks?
She still is horrible, and she's very demanding. And then this is the best part. After you tell her, no, I don't want to do it like that, she goes, okay, well, then kill your kid. Then you can...
What? What?
It's either my kid's going to die or I take her advice. That's what she's
Hannah, let's hear from you.
Well, you know, when you're a parent and you're harsh about things, it's usually because it's about, like, your stuff. You know, like, don't touch my records, don't break my vase. But when you're a grandparent, it's like, please, take my records, take my vase, I'm dying.
That's true.
They get very kind with the grandkids.
Yes.
Shawn, what about you? Your thoughts on that?
I just think that as parents, they're young, they're full of fight, and as they get older, they just don't care. It's that simple. Ice cream for breakfast, who cares? Go. No one cares.
But what about the big mamas? Do they still exist? Or are they gone the way of the dinosaur?
That's a tough one. I feel like it's a little bit of both.
Nah, they're dead. They're glamours. They still in the club. Like, Granny?
But the cooking is still there. That's the thing. The cooking is still there for me. I feel like I still have that matriarch in the house that is cooking all the good Thanksgiving food, all the family gatherings are, you know, put together by them, and they keep us like together. But I just don't see the old Nana.
So, are we talking my grandparents? Because I'm almost 50, or her grandparents
really?
that's almost 20.
That's what
It's
I'm
a
saying.
difference.
Right. There's a difference.
There's no more
Big
boo-boos.
difference.
There's no boo-boos anymore. It's just, they're still
yeah. My grandmama wore moo-moos and the little hat with the little jewel in the middle. Yeah, they don't sell none of that no more.
Nobody wears that but Nick Cannon now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
That part.
So have we noticed or seen the evolution of grandparents as well? You're saying grandma
Yeah, they
in
just
the
not going
club.
out. They just not going
Is that
out.
necessarily a bad thing, though?
No.
I think so. I do. I think they grow up. You and your daughter should not be clubbing together with your grandbaby being watched by somebody else.
They're
Grandma
trying to
too
make sure they
busy.
get home safe.
The
That's what
grandma
they wanna
used to
get home
watch the
safe.
kids so the mama could go out. Now they got to find somebody else because the grandmama and the mama, we both going.
Take your kid out, too.
Right, we might as well.
Hannah, have you seen an evolution of the grandparent?
I mean,
That's no.
that's a no. I think they've always been the same. You know, old people are going to be old.
I'm not gonna lie, I do miss like my grandmother's big booty kind of hit me in the face when I would be like at the table and she turned fast. But like, I guess I do see what you're saying, but we had the children younger, and so the grandparent is younger now. They're still trying to get their stuff going for themselves.
Is that
right?
necessarily a bad thing,
That's
though?
not bad, I don't think. I think it just shows you that life isn't over and you don't have to start sacrificing all your worldly possessions at 50 to make your grandkids feel special. I think there's still life to be lived.
There
Their
are a
life
lot of
expectancy.
parents and grandparents now saying whatever they have earned, either they're going to use it while they're alive, but they're not leaving anyone anything. Is that a bad thought? Is it selfish?
I got left something, so I'm not gonna.
Oh, you already got your piece of the pie, huh?
Somebody was being responsible in my family, so I don't know about that.
I think it's a double-edged sword. It's kind of like everybody gets a trophy. It makes you not fight as hard for a trophy if everybody kind of just get the trophy in the end. So if you had to earn something and you make somebody earn the same thing, I think that it can be good or bad. It just depends on the person. But some people get lazy, you know.
Hannah, are you waiting on the wheel?
No, there's not much in it for me, but my grandparents, they're Jewish, so they're leaving me lots of guilt.
And Corlis, obviously grandparents have changed over the years, but are they better with your children than you are? Not specifically you, but parents.
I honestly will say yes, because I just feel like now there's just so much information out there for them to like pretend like they know about, and then they just read it and then they tell the grandkids about it. So
Shawn?
I don't know. It goes back to what I said before. Like, the new age parent is different, the non-spanking parent, but the kids are a little weirder. So it's like, is it effective? Is it not effective? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of weird. It's hard to judge. Because when I was a kid, we didn't swear in front of older people.
Right.
But now kids swear in front of older people. Like, you know what I mean? So it's a different vibe because everything's a little
Still can't say it. Lie. You couldn't say lie at home.
oh my God.
I couldn't say anything that resembled a swear word. I couldn't even say shoot or dang.
Yeah.
It was too close to something else.
Well, all right, guys, we'll be back with more Factor Uncensored. Thank you for this first segment of Funny Azz Friday. Coming up next year on the Factor Uncensored, the extremes and the length people go to stay mad at one another. We'll talk about that on the Factor coming your way next. Stay with us. And welcome back to Factor Uncensored, Funny Azz Friday here at QUAD HTX in the 3rd Ward on Alameda. And of course, our next question for our comedians we have tonight is the extent people go to stay mad at someone. So Jeff, let's begin with you. How much work do you put into staying mad with someone?
First off, my body. When you see my little body, I can't stay mad for too long. I'm gonna start hyperventilating. You know what I'm saying? I got 24 hours to be mad at somebody. To go to the extent to be mad at somebody, I can't do that. I might be in the grave. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't stay mad at people for too long. You know how much energy it takes? You gotta build your anger up, poke your chest out, just be mad? No.
Well, Bully, you must be stay mad for years. What's up?
Oh, man. Nah, it depends on what time of the year. Like, I always piss everybody off on Thanksgiving, you know, to get together so I don't have to buy nobody nothing for Christmas. And then at the New Year's party, man, I'm sorry, dog. I don't even know why I was tripping. So now I get to keep all my money. I ain't got to buy nobody nothing.
That sounds like beer right there.
You missed the major holiday, Christmas, so you're in the clear after New Year's.
No, I still have my own Christmas, but I don't have Christmas for them.
Corlis, what about you?
Y'all are all better than me. I'm petty LaBelle. I will take an argument to the limit. One time, me and this girl got in an argument at the restaurant I worked at, and I had to set up. I didn't light her candles because I want her to know my presence is needed and help in any way and form or fashion. If you did something wrong to me, you gonna feel my petty. I mean, I come from a long line of petty. So I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all are beautiful people, but not me.
But doesn't it take work and energy just to stay mad and not to speak to someone and roll your eyes and just do everything negative?
Yeah, I raised my voice the other day. I got lightheaded. I ain't raised my voice no more. I was talking over everything.
I love it. It drives me. I'm sorry. Don't ever wrong me. I get real attack mode when you... Because I'm a nice, natural, nice person. Right. So when you do something wrong to me, I feel like you deserve what
But do you ever analyze and say, okay, what role did I have in this? Did I cause this in any way? And should I be the bigger person to let it go?
I am thoughtful. I will literally think about it for hours, and I'm like, no, they deserve this petty treatment. I'm not kidding. If I've gone petty, you deserve it.
I had to learn to control like being mad at somebody, because I used to be crazy. I was in the wrong, and I was still blaming the other person. I was like, yeah, I gotta grow up.
But I think the women, not to say nothing bad, ladies, but the women to go out of their way, because you have two women talking about one woman And as soon as those two women get mad, she'll go friend the other woman and be like, man, she was just talking all that smack about it. Now look, she's best friend.
What is that? The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, that's how they work.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm always right about who I need to be angry at. I'm always right.
Yeah, there you go right there.
But Bully, doesn't it take a lot of energy, though, to carry that?
Yeah.
Or does it for you?
I don't care that much. That's why I really don't try not to stay mad at it. I just won't fool with you no more, you know? Just get all that negative energy away from me and just don't fool with a person no more, because you already know that they're going to bring you down.
So there's a difference between your continued association and being mad.
Yeah.
You just cut off the continued friendship or the friendship that you had.
Yeah, we can be in the same spot chilling, but, you know, I'm not going to be in that little circle over there that y'all are at. I'm going to be over here on my own, you know, or with my people, you know, whoever I'm not mad at or whatever. Yeah, I don't want to fight, you know, because the fight's going to be over quick because, you know, I don't swing, you know. I'm just going to grab you, land on top of you, and all you're going to hear is, It's over. I don't got the cardio no more, so I got to end it fast.
Jeff, have you ever found yourself just cutting someone off instead of continuing to be mad with them?
Yeah, I'm a Cancer. I'm emotional already, so I cut you off without even saying nothing. You just out of my life, you know what I mean? I had to do my mama like that the other day. She called me, and I just I be quick to cut somebody off, man. I don't care.
All right, guys. Still to come, a stand-up comic. We have with us Shawn Morgan here on Funny Azz Friday. We'll be back with more Factor Uncensored in just a moment. Welcome back to the Factor Uncensored on this Funny Azz Friday from QUAD HTX. Now, our next comedian coming to the stage, or our first comedian of the night, is Shawn Morgan, who is from Chicago. He's also been a part of the BET Comic View and P. Diddy's Bad Boys of Comedy. He's also a winner of Bill Bellamy's Who's Got Jokes. So let's give it up for Shawn Morgan.
All right. How everybody doing out there? We were talking about parenting and grandparenting, and I can honestly say that I cannot relate. I'm a person, A, that does not have children, but B, I was raised in a time where being a child was different. Like, children today have things that I did not have as a child, such as a choice. Everything was by force when we were children. I couldn't pick food. I ate what was cooked, or I ate a nap. That was it. There was no choices. No one cared about my opinion. No one cared about what I had to say about anything. If it wasn't fire, if I wasn't yelling fire or stranger danger, no one cared. It's a different time. As a child, right? As a child, the worst news that a kid could get when I was growing up was, I'm gonna call your parents after school. That was the most frightening thing that a teacher can say to a child. I'm calling your mother after school. School usually is long. These days went abnormally quick. And you would instantly tell on yourself because your mom would come home, you've swept, there's a bath drawn with Calgon, it's a roast in the oven. So she already knows what's going on. This is what it is. It was a different time. Like, as me as a kid, like, the kids don't care. I seen where it was a skit where the parent fought the teacher with the kid. Like, when I was growing up, you were wrong. If you were the child, you were wrong, no matter what happened. They never sided with the child. It was always with the adult. So I don't even understand what they even do nowadays, but this is the thing. Like, as a kid, I did not want my mother to be called by the school whatsoever, and she was definitely taking their side no matter what. Like, when I was a kid, you can get hit by a car, right? I'm from an era where TV did not record. You had to be rich to have a VCR. There was no recording. So the stories, the soap operas, they ran every day, and there was no reruns. So you could be sick. You could get hit by a car, and you did not want the school to call your mother because, like, your arm is off. You're like, hey, I'll just walk it off. Please.
Give it up.
We're getting married.
Shawn Morgan from Chicago. Great job, sir. Thank you. And we'll be back with more Factor Uncensored in just a moment. We're going to talk about those crazy fight stories. Stay with us here on Funny Azz Friday. Welcome back to the Factor Uncensored. We're here at QUAD HTX for Funny Azz Fridays, and we have our comedians here. Guys, just recently we saw the mother of all fights in Alabama. People were picking up chairs, dropping bodies, swimming across bodies of water to get to the fight. So what do you think your most interesting fight that you've seen or taken part in? Hannah, let's begin with you. How many asses have you kicked, Hannah?
I'm not a very physically imposing person, but I have a way with words, I'd like to think. And my last apartment complex was in Alvin, and it was horrible. Our AC went out. We had leaks for the whole summer of 2021 and put in multiple service requests. They wouldn't fix it. So finally, like we break the lease, we're in the process of moving, and they changed the locks on our apartment while all of our ruined, mold-covered stuff is there because we had a mold problem that like ruined everything. And then they changed the locks. We finally get them to open the door, and they've ransacked the place and stolen like thousands of dollars of things, including an adult toy. And
who would steal that?
And a gun. They stole my gun that I had in a safe, and so I was screaming at the property manager. We got the cops out there, all this stuff, and then, but unfortunately, nothing came of that. We did not get any of our stuff back. But every couple of months since 2021, I will review bomb the apartment on like every site, and just call up the property, the leasing office, and be like, hey, did you ever find my gun? Because I need it. They're like, what do you need your gun for? I'm like, hunting rats.
Shawn, let's hear from you. Any fight stories?
Yeah, okay, so I have a friend. His name is Knockout Dre. That's literally his name. That's what he does. He knocks people out. And I think the funniest thing I ever seen was he got into an altercation and he hit a guy so hard his shoes were still on the floor.
Wow.
But the guy was in the air. And so do you understand how hard you have to hit somebody for their shoes to be like, I'm going to unlace myself and not be a part of the rest of what's going on?
That's like almost inertia. Yeah. The shoes are still there, but the body's in motion.
Yeah, they didn't want no parts of the fight. They said, we're just going to stay here. We're going to let him deal with him.
Bully, let's hear from you.
Oh, one time, me and my cousin, we got in a fight, right? And we had it pretty much under control because the dude I was fighting with, he was so drunk, it didn't take much. And so I was winning. And then my cousin, he was doing all right, and I was doing all right until he took off his shirt. So you can't be on my team when we're fighting if you got man boobs, because I was distracted. Next thing you know, I got my ass beat because I'm looking at him and I'm yelling at him, Kinfolk, put your shirt back on, put your shirt back on, because I was distracted by the titties. I'm sorry. It went wrong for us real quick. Don't do that, Kinfolk. Leave your shirt on, please.
By the way, cuz you'll see it.
We don't need to see the minutes.
Yeah, I was blown away by that one.
But would you also fight someone who is drunk? Do you just walk away from that person, even if they're obnoxious, in your face?
Alcohol really like unleashes a certain power, I think. I don't want to mess with that.
So you walk away from it?
Walk away, unless they initiate something.
Got it. Shawn?
I used to be a heavy drinker, so I'm glad most people walked away. Thank you. I'd have probably had a lot more ass if it wasn't for people like you think.
He read my mind, because I'm normally the drunk one, but yeah. Yeah, now you just got, if they're harmless, man, I let them make it, you know, clown them a little bit and just walk away. Now, if they're in your face and, hey, it's time to go memes. Put them to sleep. Put them to sleep.
And back to that fight in Alabama, have you guys ever seen anything like that? It was just incredible.
Oh yeah, every Thanksgiving or Christmas, that happens at my house. That happens at my house. Everybody's good until after the food is gone. Yeah, then they start bringing up old crap, you know. So it is what it is.
Shawn?
I think it was symbolic. It definitely broke a lot of stereotypes. The stereotype that we don't stick together, we stuck together. That we can't swim, we swum. Is that a word? We swum? I'm not quite sure. But it broke a lot of the stereotypical things so I think that it was a good thing overall, except if you were the people who started it.
Hannah, did you get anything, did you walk away with anything after seeing that fight?
I honestly have only heard about it. I haven't seen it myself.
Wait, where have you been,
I
Hannah?
live under a rock.
In Alvin, right?
Yeah. Nothing happens there. We don't have internet.
I live in Alvin. I live in Alvin right now, and I heard about it.
Really?
Yeah, I literally live
I
in
love Alvin. I love Alvin.
It's pretty cool. I can live in my little place in 5 minutes, go pet a cow, literally. Never seen it.
Well, thank you, guys. We have more Funny Azz Friday on the way here on The Factor Uncensored from QUAD HTX. And things that aren't weird until you think about it, like alcohol is more acceptable to drink in the public than milk. We'll talk about that topic next here on The Factor Uncensored. Stay with us. And welcome back to Funny Azz Friday. We're here at QUAD HTX. And of course, we have with us Shawn, Jeff, and Hannah, our comedians. Now, the question that we have for you guys, things that aren't weird until you think about it, like alcohol is more acceptable to drink in public than milk. Hannah?
You know, they always say cardio is good to do, but not drinking coffee and worrying about the future, I don't know. That really stretches the heart. So.
All right, Jeff?
I mean, alcohol. You drink alcohol, you get groovy, you vibing, but like drinking milk and doing the day outside, I can't trust you, man. You don't care about your body, your stomach. Come on, man. Drinking milk, walking your dog in 110-degree weather? No, come on. You crazy. Something wrong.
Shawn, let's hear from you.
I have to agree wholeheartedly with Jeff. As a 45-year-old man, drinking a cup of milk is instant murder. So you would much rather me drink a beer than the aftermath of me trying to impress you with this cup of milk.
You know what Bully brought up, though? We do see a lot of breast milk drinking in the public. Kids and their moms and you know, they...
I mean, that's cool as long as they're a teenager. It's a lot of that.
What's the cutoff? What's the cutoff age for breast milk in the public?
If they can say that, hey, Mom, come here.
I'm thirsty.
I'm thirsty, Mama.
Come here. They can just do it themselves. If they feet hanging off the side too far.
I thought you said it was like a trend, like it was just like adults are doing this. But...
Is that still something that's unusual in the public, breastfeeding?
It shouldn't be, but I think some people do still think that it is weird to do.
I mean, it's normal for the kid.
Yeah.
You got a couple grown-ups in the corner like, ooh, look. Nice.
I just think it creates a weird space depending on the mother. Because if the mother is not attractive, you're instantly repulsed. And if the woman is super attractive, you're waiting for your turn. Can I get some? Can I have some?
Any other thing out there that we do in the public that we consider normal, but it could be weird? I stumped everyone.
Yeah, you did. I mean, I kind of talk to myself a little bit. Like, but they say it's cool as long as you don't answer.
Did you answer? Have you ever answered?
I wouldn't say that right now. But I did at least admit the first part, that I will stand there and be like, do I want coffee or do I want cheese?
Do I want alcohol or do I want milk?
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the things I see people do in public that my mom told me we could never do, and that's spit in public. Oh, yeah. When you're walking down the street, you see people just disgustingly spit.
Dang, I see somebody spit, I gotta go spit somewhere else. Hey, I feel like you spit on me. Don't spit close to me, man.
Yeah. I never understood what's in people's mouth that they got to get it out. I just never understood that.
What about nose blowing in the public?
Sometimes you just gotta do it. I mean, as long as you, I think, aim the trajectory away.
So you should shoot it out.
Yeah, just close one nostril. No.
There's no napkin, nothing involved.
Nah,
I do it natural.
I've seen people do that. It's insane. Like at the airport, they're just like,
In the airport?
yeah, they shoot it in the sink. And
They need to go to jail.
yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, that's terrible.
Do any of you do that?
No.
Hannah, you had skills, I thought you did.
Yeah. Now you did describe it like you might.
Catch me on the right day, maybe.
Well, we want to thank you guys. We'll have more of this on The Factor. And, of course, we'll be back with more Factor Uncensored. Don't go anywhere. We're going to talk about your thoughts on cheating on this edition of Funny Azz Friday. And welcome back to Funny Azz Friday from QUAD HTX, and our guests are here. Now, we're going to talk about cheating. Obviously, there's a video on social media where a young lady found out her significant other cheated on her. So she took her significant other's mother's ashes and threw it into the river.
Damn.
Angry because he cheated on her. Would you ever do anything like that?
Nah.
Well, it looks like I don't even know where to go with this.
I don't even know where to go with that. I mean, it depends. Was she a synchronized swimmer? I mean, is that what did she want to be there? I mean,
What river was it?
yeah, don't throw me in the Brazos because it's dirty as hell over there.
Oh, man.
Hey.
Certain parts of the Mississippi.
Do some people go too far when they realize their significant other cheated on them?
Oh, yeah. And this is the problem. You should have left the first time they cheated. That's the
Usually
problem.
it's not the first
I
time.
don't think it's the first time. Because that extreme anger that you built up to where you would throw someone's mother's ashes into a river is from feeling duped twice or multiple times. Like, and this is the real reality. Boyfriend and girlfriend relationships are not real. The only people you get cheated on is by your spouse, like a husband or wife. I was like, they're make-believe relationships, and this is the thing. You can just leave. You don't have to cheat on anybody. Like, you can just leave, and you can leave that person for doing that to you. Like, it's just...
Wow. So what do you think about that? That there's no commitment there if it's just boyfriend and girlfriend?
That's true, but I don't condone cheating because I got cheated on a couple times.
I did too.
And I'm a counselor, and like I told you, I'm a counselor, man. I got heart problems. Like, I gotta go to the doctor after get cheated on. I get shorter when somebody cheat on me, man. I was 5'8" 2 months ago, man. I'm 5'6" now. So I don't condone cheating, man. I feel like if you feel like you want to cheat on somebody, or if you want to cheat on me, find the person you want to cheat on with and dress me like him, so you don't feel like you're cheating.
Silly. That is so silly.
I think cheating makes the world go around. I mean, for real. I wouldn't have made it through alternative school if I never cheated. I cheat on my diet. I cheat on everything. I mean, it's just, I take shortcuts all the time. So, I mean, but just remember, if you cheat, it's going to come back to you one way or another. So be ready, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Now, there are different forms that others consider in the relationship cheating, like in Keke Palmer's case, where her boyfriend was upset that the way she was dressed and with Usher at the concert. Should you go off in a situation like that?
I love what she did. She was so cavalier about it. She didn't even like recognize it really. She just kind of, I didn't even know they broke up. That's how well she did it. I was like, I guess she's moved on. Like now she's doing a video with Usher. That's the best karma.
I wouldn't have went online with it, but I still would have been mad. Like soon as she got home, I would have been dressed like Usher in some skates and say nothing. And did what Usher did.
Why skates?
Who did it better?
Why skates?
I would have cut her off right away because that's Usher. And you already know the story. Let it burn. I don't want nothing to do with that no more. You can have it. You can have it. I'm done. I'm out.
She was dancing next to him. She didn't touch him.
Oh, you said cheated. All right.
No, well, the guy felt it was too close for comfort.
Oh, okay. Well,
but they didn't touch.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Are there some people, Bully, are there some people who take it too far just from you being around another person and then they get jealous? Or you have a mental bond with someone else and they get jealous?
Yeah, jealousy is a mug. I mean, if you don't believe in jealousy, just go to Harris County Jail. Half the people in there, 3/4 of the people in there, is from being jealous about something. Something you had, or your woman, or jealousy will put you in a bad place real quick. So
the problem is everybody thinks they're likable. Everybody is not likable. You know what I'm saying? Like, understand that when you start to realize you're not compatible or likable with another creature, move out, like leave, move on. But nobody wants to do that, so they cheat. And then they cause a problem, and then it makes it feel legit. Like you're like, oh, I can leave now.
And why do you think
cheating.
they won't just leave when they feel like they're
Because nobody wants to be the bad guy. I've been cheated on every time, and it made I'll be honest with you, if the person I'm with now, they've done nothing wrong, but if they wanted to leave me, it would hurt more because it would be like, well, what happened? Nothing happened wrong. Everybody's so used to being cheated. You're right, cheating does make it go wrong. It makes it move on faster. If someone cheats on you, you're like, man, get out. You know, like you're pissed. But like if someone doesn't do anything and they're just like, hey, I don't want to talk to you no more, that would hurt, right? Way more if you think about it, because nothing went wrong.
The thing that blows my mind.
You just suck.
Yeah, that's basically what they said. They're like, I don't like him. It's like, oh. Yeah.
The thing that blows my mind is when y'all are swingers and you mess around with somebody else. Is that really cheating? Because you always
if there's consent of all parties.
But don't be mad if your girl mess around with somebody else, because y'all do it all the time together, you know?
That part. They might end up talking to somebody that they really want to be with. Yeah. Is that polyamory or is that not polyamory?
No, that's an established relationship.
I'm going to have to look up that word.
I can't be in no party swinging
one night or one occasion.
Somebody waiting.
Thank you, guys. We'll be back with more Factor Uncensored, Funny Azz Friday with Hannah, who will be doing some stand-up for us. So stick with us here on the Factor Uncensored. Welcome back to Funny Azz Friday here on the Factor Uncensored. And our second comedian tonight is Hannah Philibert. She's been doing stand-up comedy since 2018. She's opened for Maria Bamford and frequently performs in Houston, Dallas, and Austin. Give it up for Hannah. Welcome.
Hello. I had a little scare with breast cancer recently. I thought I found a lump. But my doctor assured me I just have very dense breasts. And I was like, yeah, man, these tits are dumb as hell. Okay. I like to drink a lot of water before bed, so I have a reason to get up in the morning. I have this tattoo on my wrist. It's Hebrew for "This too shall pass." I was on Tumblr a lot in 2013. And when I tell people what the tattoo means, they're like, so what happened to you? And not much. I just have a lot of kidney stones. And it's a nice reminder, this too shall pass. Okay. Okay. My ex-boyfriend sucks, but there's one thing I do miss about him, and that's his dirty talk. The man never brushed his teeth, so... Okay. All right, this has been great. You want me to show you how to roll a joint? Okay, I have a special trick, so pay attention. Okay, so... You're gonna... And it can really be any joint, folks. It's not restricted to the wrist. Okay, thank you.
Great job. Give it up for Hannah Philibert. And still to come here on the Factor Uncensored, we're going to ask our comedians what's on their chest. Corlis? We'll be back with more Factor Uncensored in just a moment. And welcome back to the Factor Uncensored, Funny Azz Friday from QUAD HTX. And of course, guys, this is the opportunity for you to just get it off your chest. So, Corlis, what's on your chest? What's bothering you? What do you want to talk about?
Oh, this heat. We gotta get this heat has to go away. Y'all, I've lost 10 pounds in my car this summer because of how hot it is. My AC is blowing hot air on me at this point. I literally had I look like I'm like black and white on one side of my body is completely brown and the other part, I can't even match my foundations anymore. I'm light skinned on the inside and I'm dark on this side. It's just, it's too hot. I cannot wait until it's like November and it rains and I get to wear my hair slicked back in a bun and a coat. That's what I want. I want to wear a coat.
You think that's going to happen in November in Houston?
Please, Jesus. I'm praying for it.
That's wishful thinking.
You're right. It might be Jan. It might be Jan.
We don't get we get coat from.
Oh, no. Don't tell me that.
You got a whole another year.
Jeff, what's on your chest?
I mean, I'm with her. God almighty up there, whoever grandma you got control that thermostat in the Houston division, please get off of it.
Thank you,
It's
Father.
hot.
Please, Heavenly
I'm
Father.
talking about it's hot. I don't even know how to explain it. It was hot. It was 9 o'clock one time. I was sitting in the driveway. It was 108 degrees. I say, how? How? It's nighttime. The day over with. You still got it? Grandma, just whoever grandma that's mad, she didn't want to go too early. Come on, God. Please rearrange that. That's all I'm saying.
Bully, any heavenly prayers you're asking for?
No, I just had a question. It's not for me, it's for a friend. If you know, because they talk about the aliens and being here amongst us and stuff like that. If you have sex with an alien,
Oh, man.
how you gonna be able to determine if they're a boy or a girl? Because they don't have no booty, they have no shape. They're all shaped the same from the pictures I've seen. And you know, how are you gonna be able to determine if it's a male or a female? Is the question. So that you can impregnate one, so that I can get the hell off this planet and go somewhere else, you know what I'm saying, where it's cooler. But yeah, that was just, I've been thinking about that lately. I'm like,
Corlis, is that a thought for you?
It is. Because I got mad when, I hate how they're mentioning it and then like not elaborating. Like, at least give us tip the hat, like tell us how they look, what we should expect. Do they seem friendly? Do they seem kind of angry? I mean, for me, I just feel like they're not telling us and they're just distracting because they literally are saying it like how you're going to end this segment and go, hey guys, I'll see you next time. Oh, there's aliens. And then like, it just cuts to black and we're like.
I'm not afraid of no aliens, man. I know if aliens come to the hood, and about 6 months later, they're going to have a baby mama. We're going to be selling. They're going to have to adapt. So then they're going to go away because they're going to be like, nah, I can't handle all this.
Can we handle the discovery or the revelation that there are aliens out there? Would it rock your Christian foundation?
No.
There's nothing about aliens in the Bible.
nah, I mean, I don't get it because it's confusing to me because I've been around aliens all my life. All my family, you know, illegal like a mug. So
That's terrible.
it's outer space kind of deal, but
We gotta find another word for that. That's terrible. We should not call them aliens.
Undocumented migrants.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm just talking smack because I just recently got, you know, I'm a citizen now, so I can.
Congratulations.
You know what I will say? I don't think it's going to rock anybody's faith because it does say in the Bible that we're not supposed to know everything. And so and we don't even know the time. 7 days might have been different for God. So I'm thinking that he was making the universe. Maybe he did create some things out there that we just didn't know about, but he didn't feel it was necessary to say. But I did ruin your immigration joke, and I'm sorry. But I feel the alien thing is bothering me now. I feel like we got to talk about it afterwards. Sorry.
But I think a lot of people have a lot of questions. You know, you had some very credible former government employees and current military personnel saying that they have seen, they have documents, they have proof that there are aliens out there.
And then the ship. Do they have a ship? That's what I want to know. Because it's like, how did it get here? And if they have the ship, can we duplicate the technology so that we're not in traffic at 4
in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They say aliens.
Traffic is the last thing we need to be worried about. The aliens.
no, we can fly. Now we can fly. We'll be able to fly. They have a Jetson car. Like we can.
You've been waiting on that Jetson.
I've been waiting. We have everything else for the Jetsons. I made it myself.
Don't they look like us though? Like they're in human form?
Well, I don't think so.
They didn't describe it like us.
See, they wouldn't even. They
And
wouldn't
it could be
even tell us.
interdimensional beings, you know, where they don't have to use shifts, but they're just from a different dimension. Well, that'll do it.
We got these. We got
There are
these.
aliens out there. Good night. Have a good one. We want to bring our other comedians up and say good night to you guys on this edition of Funny Azz Friday from QUAD HTX. And we'd like to thank our hosts for allowing us here on The Factor Uncensored. And Shawn and Hannah, are you coming today or tomorrow? Come on out here and say goodbye. We want to thank you guys for joining us. And remember to follow us on social media. And don't forget to download the Fox Soul app. That'll do it for us. Have a great night.